I had a request to do this one. It was before Christmas I got the request, but and I got it right, I did it. This one is actually a sad song that I do. It's probably the only sad song I do. And it's about a young father who has to leave his family to try and make a living because he's not doing right well, you know, with the economic climate and everything as it was. So he actually leaves his family and leaves the country and goes to a different country to try and find work. And he finds work and he's doing all right, and he's doing so well that he sends for his family to come and join him. But unfortunately, on their way, the family are involved in this terrible accident, and he tries to get information about his family and what's happened to them. And for some strange reason, people keep requesting this song. I don't know why, because it's really quite sad, because you never get to find out what actually happens to his family. Nobody's ever finished the story. Nobody knows whether they ever get together or not. It's very, very sad.
Can't you give it a happy ending then, Jock?
No, well, you know.
Got your own ending, haven't you?
Yeah. On a cold rainy night on a Liverpool quayside in the years before the Great War, people were in shock at the loss of the Titanic, so proud they had been days before. Relatives gathered to read through, to hear of their loved ones and to read through the lists of the dead. When into this throng walked a sad polar bear, and to the clerk at the counter he said, "Have you got any news of the iceberg? My family were on it, you see. Have you got any news of the iceberg? For they mean the whole world to me. My family were travelling from Greenland to be by my side in the zoo. Belinda's my wife and Bernard's the eldest, and Billy, well, he's only 2. I know on the ship there were hundreds of people, and I know the iceberg's not yours." Went into his eyes from the start of a teardrop, and he brushed it away with his paws. Have you got any news of the iceberg? My family were on it, you see. Have you got any news of the iceberg? For they mean the whole world to me. It's been over a year since I last saw my children. I left home to build my career. I've worked very hard, I'm a star in the circus, but it's all been for nothing, I fear. There's my face on the poster, we're in town next week. My family were meeting me here. Everyone watched as he struggled to speak, and his paw brushed away one more tear. One more tear. Have you got any news of the iceberg? My family were on it, you see. Have you got any news of the iceberg? For they mean the whole world to me.
Whole world to me.
By now all the people had gathered around him. His grief was one they could share. The people around him in silence and sadness listened to the sad polar bear. I wanted my children to see me performing, and Belinda, she would have been proud. And at last, lost for words, with the tears flowing freely, his question was asked by the crowd.
By the crowd.
Have you got any news of the iceberg? My family were on it, you see.
Have you got any news of the iceberg? For they mean the whole world to me. Whole world to